Hello everyone, I am your host Rodney, and today I will be showing you how to use Wini operating system build 004. Let us jump right in and start Wini. As you notice, it comes up with its own booting screen, followed by the manager that allows you to boot into multiple versions, one of the features we added. You can boot back into build 001, 003, or the latest version 004, so let's boot right into that version. Bypassing the setup tutorial, it'll take you straight into WDOS. WDOS, like all counterparts of the disk operating system, run with the CUI command user interface, except ours is in all caps, so you don't have to switch between case-sensitive letters. For example, dir shows you all the files in the virtual storage of Wini. fdetail, which is the equivalent of attribute, shows me the type of file that I'm working with in the OS. Operating system storage disk, and it tells me all the information about said file. I can also use other commands like edit, color, date, time, read, and even log in to see basic user information. Let us start up Draw Program Manager, a new app that we added that runs on top of Wini DOS. DOS Utilities also runs as its own operating system, but it is still in development and won't be released until later on. Booting into Draw, we can see right away that now programs are categorized into their sections. Programs, Special, System Info, App Settings, and Beta programs. Programs are the place for basic applications, everyday productivity, and free leisure. Right away, we can see clock, calendar, multiple versions of Notepad, web browsers, a bunch of command line shells such as NetShell, Telnet, Python, and Windows PowerShell, all of which should already be pre-installed on your Windows computer. You can still use some older apps such as VTTP, but using a new app like File Manager 3.0 might open up a new window. In File Manager, you might notice that some things are a little bizarre. For starters, you can hide, unhide, copy, create new, delete, or no info files. You can also use properties to learn the version of File Manager that you're using. Going back, there's not much you can do with this, but it is a start. By exiting File Manager and going back into Draw, there are a bunch of other programs that we can use that run inside Wini by itself. For example, WDOS has its own command line built in. We brought back Wini Paint and the VTTP app, which you're not sure of. It's just more of a virtual game rather than anything. Opening Wini Paint, I can still create images such as lines, flowers, an array of strings, spray can, which doesn't really work, and cosmos. I could even set the size to create it to a rather astonishing view. So use that to your extent and come up with some creative ideas for some new images. When you're finished, you can exit or snapshot it using your computer. In Special, it'll take you to a special screen where you can boot into multiple options such as shut down, reboot into a certain program, uninstall, or delete the entire thing, much like in the days of Apple Lisa and MS-DOS Executive. The special menu is a way to shut down rather than pressing the power button, flicking a switch, or pressing Ctrl-Alt-Delete. Going back, we also have Apps menu. Here in Apps, I can log in as a developer or play some games. As for system info, it tells you the basic properties of Draw and Draw only. It tells me I'm using version 01 on Wini, and that's all. It should take you right back to Wini. As for settings, you can configure things such as color, brightness, and You can still complete the sound test like back then. You can also use the old version, however, settings panel has gone away, so you won't be able, unless you know exactly how to use the old version of settings. Beta programs are programs that are still in development, but have been released to you for testing purposes to see how you might be able to do it. For example, Photo Viewer should open up. However, I'm not sure if this is going to work. See? It opened up an image of our trademark logo. Going back into beta programs, there are only 3 now. Of course, more will be released as time goes on, some of which might become full functional apps. And that is about it. However, there is one program I'd like to show you before this is over. Find Micro Word Processor Write Only. This application acts as WordPad or the early versions of Write. This app allows you to write and save Word documents. Other formats will be added on as time goes on, but until then you only be able to write documents in case you cram or you don't have Word and you can't save it as a doc file. Now if you type a file incorrectly or type nothing, you will see error jar, program not found as a flash on the screen. So there are some depreciated apps such as Wini Flash and of course BTP that are no longer here. But it's for the better, and of course going into special, shutting down closes and ends our session. Like back in the day, once everything is shut off, it is safe to turn off your computer and press enter. And that was today's video. Thank you for watching, and thanks from all of us at the Wini Development Team. And I have been your host, Rodney. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out the website for more details.